Once upon a time in a quiet village, there lived a boy named Rohan. He was 16, full of dreams, but also full of excuses. He wanted to become successful, speak fluent English, travel the world, and make his family proud. Yet every day, he postponed his plans. "I'll start tomorrow," he always said, but tomorrow never came. One evening, Rohan sat in his small room staring at his half-finished notebook. His exams were only 2 weeks away, but he hadn't prepared. He felt anxious. "Why do I always waste time?" whispered. He promised himself that tomorrow he would change for real this time, but something strange happened that night. As the clock struck 12, the lights in his room flickered. The pages of his notebook started turning on their own. Then everything stopped. Silence filled the room. On the open page, he saw a single sentence written in bold letters. "Do you really want to change?" He blinked in shock. What is this? Mutere. Suddenly, the words started glowing. A soft light filled the room, and before he could react, Rohan felt himself falling as if the floor had disappeared beneath him. When he opened his eyes, he wasn't in his room anymore. He was standing in a huge hall with tall clocks on every wall. Each clock ticked differently, some fast, some slow, and one was completely still. From the shadows, an old man appeared, holding a lantern. "Welcome, Rohan," the old man said. "This is the Hall of Time." Rohan stepped back, frightened. "Who are you? What's happening?" The man smiled gently. "I am a keeper of lost hours, the hours wasted by people who said, 'I'll start tomorrow.' And you, Rohan, have wasted many." Rohan's heart pounded. "You mean all my wasted time is here?" "Yes," the man replied. "Every time you chose distraction over discipline, one of these clocks slowed down. Do you know what happens when all of them stop?" Rohan shook his head. The old man pointed at the still clock. "When your last clock stops, your chance to change disappears forever." Rohan's voice trembled. "Can I fix it?" The old man looked at him. "That depends. Tell me, Rohan. What do you really want?" Rohan hesitated. "I want to be successful. I want to study well. I want to make my parents proud." The man nodded. "And what are you willing to do for that?" Rohan stayed silent. "Think carefully," the man said. "Most people want success, but few are ready to earn it. Every John sighs, 'I'll do it tomorrow.' But do you know how many tomorrows never come?" Rohan looked down. "Too many." "Exactly," said the old man. "You live in excuses. You think you have time, but time is running faster than you imagine. Tell me, Rohan, how many hours have you lost today? How many could you have used to learn something new, to read a page, to practice your English, to improve your life?" Rohan thought about it. He realized he had wasted almost the whole day. He looked up and said, "Please, tell me how to fix this." The old man raised his lantern. "There is only one way. You must start now. Every time you learn, every time you try, every time you resist the urge to waste time, one of your clocks begins to move again." "But how do I start?" Rohan asked. The old man smiled. "With one small action, open your book. Read a paragraph. Speak one new English word aloud. Take one step toward your dream. Small actions create big changes." Suddenly, the hall began to shake. The clocks ticked loudly. "What's happening?" Rohan shouted. The old man's voice echoed, "Your time is restarting. Don't stop now." In an instant, everything turned white. Rohan opened his eyes. He was back in his room. The clock on his wall showed 12:01 a.m. Only 2 minutes had passed. His notebook was open, and the glowing words had disappeared. He sat there, breathing heavily. Was it a dream or a warning? He looked at his books. For the first time, he didn't wait for tomorrow. He started reading. Days turned into weeks. Rohan changed. He stopped saying later. Every night he studied, practiced English, and read new words aloud. He began to enjoy learning. His parents noticed. His teachers praised him. His confidence grew. One morning, he found a small watch on his desk. It wasn't there before. The clock's hands were frozen at 12 o'clock, but when he picked it up, it ticked once. Just once. He smiled, knowing what it meant. Time had started again, because he finally did. So now, dear listener, think about yourself. How many hours have you lost today? How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow? What if your last clock stops tonight? Remember, success doesn't begin with a plan. It begins with a decision. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now, because your time is still ticking, and it's waiting for you to move.